turn this music on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi there. My name is Rochelle. This is the Rochelle's Canadian channel. And watashi, konnichiwa, arigato gozaimasu. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this late night talk. I thought, nah. I was up at dawn. I did this shit. You know, I thought I can't be bothered, right? And then I thought, why not? Why not, right? Because, I realized something. We're still not allowed to have our own opinions on YouTube. No, we're not. And we're not allowed to coexist with others. Last time I checked, this shit was allowed. I hate to break it to anybody, but when I go into someone's chat, I honestly try to see their opinion. And if I go into their chat, it's because I like them. And I honestly try to see their opinion. And you know what? That's how I feel. I'm going there to look at their point of view because I like to give everyone a chance. Because guess what? I could be wrong. I might not be seeing all sides of that decahedron because everyone has their own side. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own perspective, just like me. And everyone is entitled to it. And that's it. And not everyone is perfect, including me. No one is perfect. No one. But I am new to the women's community still, even though it's only almost been a couple years. And I don't know every piece of the story. Maybe I'd like to know the information. Maybe I'd like to know everyone's opinion. Maybe I'd like to see what everyone is thinking, because everyone's opinions matter. At least they do to me. Because things happen here. It's not all about me. Because when you think it's all about you, you are not self-aware. Because life don't involve you. Hey, Carol, how you doing, gorgeous? Love you, gorgeous. Hi. Love you so much. It's not all about me. You kidding? Shit. YouTube is full of millions of people. Millions upon millions upon millions just in North America alone. And there are hundreds of millions of people who just subscribe to a kid's channel like Coco Melon. Jesus. It's not all about one individual. Situations where people disagree usually involve two people or a few more, or somebody's against somebody else. And then people get on the hate train and go round and round with the fuckery. That's usually how it goes. And you get one group of subscribers against another group of subscribers, and everyone's rawr and rawr and rawr and rawr and rawr. And then a battle ensues, and it's a holy war, and let's fucking go. No. Because what I've noticed what's going on right now is what I've noticed is my kettle's boiling. Hold that thought. I'm not even going to mute it. Never mind. Yes, I hear you. Stop. You don't have to do that. Just chill out. You don't need to get so upset. Girl. You're such a bitchy bitch. Yeah. Way down. I got my bad attitude. All is right with the world. I'm ready. I'm ready. Don't panic. Don't panic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm such a mess. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, here we go. My coffee. I made instant coffee. Yeah, because I was like, oh, you know what? Fuck this night. I'm going live. Fuck at it. I'm not gonna be a fancy bougie bitch. I'm just gonna put this shit on and go. Because I felt like it. Anyway, so, hi, Rod. What's the interesting conversation tonight? I'm in Ontario too. I'm going to talk about. It's gone. It's good. I'm joking. Like people are after like, you know how people on YouTube, you get one community and they go after another, and it's a whole holy war. But I'm going to talk about this. RAR is a lot different this time because I've noticed that a lot of different communities are, for the first time in a long time, it's been a while, they're all interspersed with each other, and the people um, who are fighting with each other, the original, like, people who are fighting, where the original argument started. I was sitting here and thinking, where is the Batman? And the original disagreement has a lot of like interesting original players, and yeah, because I am sincerely here an observer. I really am. I'm not a participator. I am an observer, and I realized I really have lost perspective of the initial battlers here and where all the fuck shit began and where the original problems began. I think. I'm not sure. Like this initial like explosion was the original battle, I think, is between Jen and Jules. Woo! Nothing like running around a hotel looking for a vending machine. I know, right? Oh my God, you should see the vending machines in Japan. They have entire areas of different types of vending machines in Japan. They are just so weird and fun. Greetings and salutations, Patty. What have you missed? Not anything yet. A lot of time, the original disagreement gets lost in the bullshit. You're right, honey. Okay. Now, I've done a mental Venn. You can't even do a Venn diagram. You have to do like a gigantic, like, those, you see those charts you see on, police television shows where they do the string. Okay, let's do like a string diagram with people's faces on them. Like a mental one, because I didn't make one of those. I don't have time and I don't have any string, to be honest. Okay, here we go. I think the original two players was Jen and Jules, and it was basically the back and forth, like She said, she said, back forth, dogpiling allegations. Petty, all of them have hot coffee in a can. Every single like hot beverage, Japanese, anywhere you can get it in a station to go on the train, just the everyday train. You can get it on like the bullet trains. They all have hot coffee, soup, many types of soup you can get, and then of course you can get the bentos in the stations. It is far fucking out, but you can get a hot coffee. You can get sake anywhere. You can get alcoholic, beers of your choice in a vending machine. They're just a real trip. The beginning of any beef on YouTube, beware of the rabbit holes that have tunnels. You damn right they do, because they all intersperse. And everyone is like subscribers and other content creators are literally attacking each other over the initial, World War 17.5 between these two. Just going at it before my time. Way. For I wonder. They've been going at it. Let's quote Sesame Street: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, years, months, days, whatever. Like I didn't do that shit. I wasn't there for that shit. I was involved in that shit. I wasn't watching that shit, but I'll tell you something about that shit. It's now available for public consultation, observation, commentary, private and public, display and commentary, fair use, you name it. Because the internet's forever. Jesus Christ. Wow. Yeah. I mean, holy mackerel. Like, before you do anything, wow. Anyone who thinks like, oh, I did it on Instagram, it's safe. No, it ain't. Because I hate to break it to you, boys and girls, but it's the internet! It's the internet. It's the wild, wild west of the motherfucking internet. God damn. Yeah, like you know how you wish you could just reach through someone's live stream and just shake and bake them because they're already baked in whatever substance they've been doing, drinking, smoking, whatever. Honey, whatever you say on someone's panel, firstly, it don't belong to you. Secondly, even if wow, people are giving me copyright rules. Like, Rochelle, that's not how it works. You know how much I've paid for a copyright lawyer? I don't have to know shit. Because I've been sat down. Ugh. I'm telling you, 3 minutes and 10 seconds of a cartoon given to you by Copyright School, by Daddy YouTube, and 4 multiple choice questions with 4 different choices that never change ain't gonna teach you what the kind of meetings I've had about North American law, that includes United States and Canada, of Copyright School, where I've sat down with my goddamn lawyers, which cost me a lot. Okay? I am not declaring myself a copyright expert, but damn. No, Rochelle, that's not true. Look, I paid someone to reiterate the rules, what's true and not true regarding the rules of YouTube Legal and their copyright team and the laws of America and Canada up the damn butt. And it's boring as fuck, and it's extensive, and it's annoying, and ugh. But I do know the rules. When you say no remixing. It does mean that you cannot alter my voice and you can't use my audio and you can't use my visual. That's dumbing it down for myself and everyone else. Not being pretentious. It's just, it tries to make it as simple as possible for everybody, including myself. Because damn, those meetings were long. Shit. I don't want to do it again. But I will. So if someone like Deadly is threatening to play my shit, and I say, please don't do that. Please don't. Please don't. I really don't want to have to go through this again. I'm not threatening you. I'm saying simply, please don't. Please don't. Please don't do this. Please. It's an honest please don't. I don't know why people take it so fucking personal. Because to play my shit, you actually have to record it on a second device. And I know William has 2 fucking phones. You have to work really fucking hard to record my stuff. It's an effort. It's a orchestrated, preconceived effort. It really is. I am familiar with fair use, and I'm cool with it. But just clipping my shit, recording it on a second device, and just letting it fucking play is not fair use. It's misuse. Yeah, if you want to be an asshat, you go right ahead. But if I'm being honest and nice to you and asking you nicely, please don't. Please don't. It's me flowing, like just being kind and saying, please don't. Please don't do that. Because going out of your way to record something you know you can't do and YouTube stops you because I've already put a stop guard on it. And they copyright things at YouTube, say, you can't do it. Because you can't do it unless you do it, like you use one device and you just simply save it and then you play it on a second. That's how you do it. I'm not stupid. Please don't mock me. Oh, thank you, Coaster. Much appreciated. And welcome. Yeah, I try to be polite about it. Like, please don't. Please don't. I'm not like being arrogant and saying, "Hey, motherfucker, rah, 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 rah." I'm not doing that. I'm like, I know you have to do it from one device to another. I know it. I'm not foolish. Don't pretend I am, because I'm not doing it to you. So please don't act like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Dude, I know. Okay? You think I was born yesterday? I've been on YouTube a long time. I know the procedure. I know the publishing procedure when you finish a live stream. All right? Now, I haven't been a creator with the women's community very long, but I have been an administrating, moderator for a long time. And when they took away that privilege, I became a managing moderator. I've been doing this for a long time. I am still a moderator for other people that you guys don't know about. I'm not hiding. It's just true. I never said I wasn't. Oh, you're welcome, honey. You know? But I think people have lost the perspective that when 2 people are disagreeing with each other, and then other creators who are opinionated, like myself, I'm not going to lie about that. I'm opinionated. I think that's polite. Oh, wait. I got a mouth on me. I use it. I have a lump 3 feet above my ass. I use that too. I'm not always right, but I apologize if I make a mistake. I might come out swinging, and then back the fuck up. Beep beep beep. Because shit, I make mistakes. I let my emotions take me away and down the street and down the river, and oh my god, because I get emotional about certain things, like animals. Because a year ago I lost my cat. around this time of year. It makes me emotional. Thank you, sir. I appreciate WC, like Water Closet or Clyde or whatever. But I appreciate you, sir. Mazel tov. Thank you for joining us. Happy holidays to you. But I do get emotional, and I unfortunately get emotional this time of year, as I've learned the hard way, because I lost my cat around Christmas time. And in 2018, I lost my cat. It's like before. December don't like me. It's just one of those things. It's unfortunate but true. And it 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 makes my mouth run away with itself. It makes me react badly. Doesn't make it right, it just makes it true. And sucks to be me. It makes me emotional, and it makes me reactive. And that's not okay. And I'm sorry about that. However, it's amazing. I mean, I walk into Amzi's chat and two people straight up tell me they hate me. Wow. Thanks. Love you so much. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I talk about. You don't have to like who I am. But the only argument I got from one was just they hate me. Thank you. And the other one was I'm simply a liar and fake. And the argument I got was because I no longer live in, like, my grandparents came from extremely religious homes. One was Hasidic and the other one was, well, pretty much Hasidic. Like, there are different levels of Judaism and living in Jewish homes. There's like Hasidic, there's ultra Orthodox, religious conservatives, just conservatives, and there's Reform, and then there's Yeah, well, that's why I gave to the animal shelter. That's why I donate money to the animal shelter. And they usually don't allow you to adopt around Christmas time because they don't want you to give pets as gifts, because, like, animals are not gifts. It's not a shirt. You don't return it if you don't like it. It's a life, and it's another time of year that the animal shelter does not allow you to, adopt. But they'll gladly take your donations. So, like, why didn't I adopt now? Because they don't allow you to adopt around the holidays. Because animals are not like empty gifts you just shove in a box and wrap and leave under a tree for another 2 weeks so they suffocate or something crazy like that. Oy. Anyway, so yeah, but yeah, like, I pretty much gave what I earned from, like I gave what I would have gotten for um like my check from YouTube away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. They started a foster for Christmas program here, hoping for foster fails. Yeah, well, fostering is not really like a gift, it's like helping out. And there's always foster fails. I mean, we were hoping to adopt Yuki as a foster, but like I said, he was extremely jealous of Edmund. It didn't work out. It was a foster fail. That's possible. But yeah, foster fails are kind of fun. Oh, he was such a nice little man. He was so pretty. And he's so happy now. I'm so happy for him. But yeah. Um yeah, fostering's fun. It's just, unfortunately, we weren't even ready to foster, because if you foster when you're still mourning, your heart isn't in the fostering, because you have to be 100% into it. You got to be like, I am gung-ho to love up this kitty and send them off to their new fur happy home. Yay! And we were like, you can't foster when your heart is broken. It doesn't work. And you're not like attuned emotionally to your kitty cat who comes to see you, because you're too busy dragging your ass around and you don't even want to get out of bed. So yeah, you can't really be a good foster when you're sad. It doesn't work. But yeah, if you want to foster any time of year, you go for it. And if you're emotionally ready and you're financially able, I do recommend it. I loved it. And I'm hoping that we can do it soon. I do recommend it. It's lots of fun. And I've done it when they're really super small and they need a bottle and their little hands are going and they drink and their little ears move. Oh my God, that's so fun. But I mean, I fostered for like little guys, and I fostered for like older cats too, and they're all sweet. And it's nice when they find a home. And then you have people visit you, like at the animal shelter, and they're like, can you tell me what their favorite food is and their favorite snackies? And you're like, bye. And you're like, ooh, and you're trying not to cry. And they go home with their new parents, and you're like, okay, they love love at this time of day, and they love tuna snacks, and be careful because they'll eat broccoli if you're not careful, and they taste your tea if you're not careful, and you feel like you're sending your kid off to the babysitters, and they're not coming back. Yeah, it's fun. Because these people have already been like screened by the animal shelter, so they're not like weird, so it's all right. And they're like, they've already seen pictures and like videos you've made of this kitty. It's great. You don't know if you can take an animal into your home and then abandon it to some. Well, if it's a foster fail and you're like, no, I want to keep this kitty, and it's a foster fail, then it's yours. Congratulations, you're a new daddy, right? That's why they call them foster fails. Like, you take the cat in to be a foster, and then you fall in love, and then you're like, I can't be parted from this cat. This cat is mine. And that's why they call it foster fails. Because then you adopt it, and then they're like, you get attached, and you can't part. But yeah, like I said, Yuki was a foster fail, but he could not share. He did not want to share, so I had to, um, which it was okay. And they still had to go through the process. They still had to be like checked out by the shelter and everything. It's not like I just rocked up and handed this cat over to anybody. They had to go through the screening process too. I just did say, hey, you want a cat? No, I didn't do that. No, they had to be checked out. They had to be checked out through the system too. And all that goody stuff. Hey, Slapaho, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, as I was saying before, yeah, I mean, like, I've never been shamed for not following like dietary rules and suggestions by Talmud before. Like, wow. I mean, that were like decided because you could not cook something thoroughly with the mud ovens of like 2,000 years ago. Because basic dietary Jewish like suggestions, it's not Jewish law. It's like, hey, dude, shellfish and pork make you sick because we can't cook it right. So I have an idea. We'll make it like a Jewish, like we'll tell people like, don't eat it, and we'll put it in writing, and we'll make it part of like Jewish life. Because it's not like, a thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not eat red lobster. So they just said, oh, no. This is a Jewish dietary restriction. Jews don't eat that. No. Jews just don't eat that. No. We just don't eat that. But the thing is, oh, it's unclean. Well, yeah, it's unclean because it got you massively sick and sometimes killed people. So we don't eat that because it makes us sick. Right? I've never been shamed about a dietary restriction from BC, from before Christ. Never. Or from like the 4th century AD. I've never been shamed about Deuteronomy law. I don't know many people who go, yeah, you know what? I live the Bible literally. I don't even drive. I have 4 wives, and if I don't like someone, I dig a hole and stone them to death. I do that every day. That's right. Fuck the judicial system. I just take the plank right off of my house, rip and smack him in the eye with it. Ba-blam! Give me a break. And I'll tell you something. As a woman, living in a Hasidic Orthodox home limits your fucking life significantly. It really fucking does. Now, there's a lot of Orthodox women who do live and have like educations and career. But I'll tell you something. If your home comes first, it really does. Your career is an accessory. Because once you get married and you have children, your husband is the job is runs your life home system. Your home does come first, your children come first. It doesn't matter what education you have, because when you live in an Orthodox or a Hasidic home, no, it's done. You get married, you have kids, you're finished. That's all. And you're limited by the observance of traditional values and traditional lifestyle and traditional this, that, and the other thing. And it's not easy. And those who do it, I admire you, but I cannot do it because it choked me. And I can still be a good person and still have my faith and not be a dick. And last time I checked, I don't shame people for ordering Thai on Hanukkah, because I don't know about anyone else who's Jewish, but ordering fucking Chinese food is firstly not kosher at all. And it is a favorite thing to do for most of my Jewish friends on Christmas. And pizza's not kosher either, but a lot of Jewish people eat it too. And it doesn't make them a dick either. And I don't see anyone shaming anyone for that. So get off my fucking case. Because I've never gone up to anyone who was Christian or Catholic and said, did you have fish today on Friday? Because if you didn't, shame on you. I've never done that. I mean, those who do observe their faith very strictly, congratulations, mazel tov to you. I admire you. But I've just noticed that the personal restrictions of living an Orthodox Jewish life is a lot more restrictive to women. And if I could get by with eating fish on Friday and not having to give up my whole fucking life in a misogynistic universe, then maybe it would be a lot easier. But they take over your clothes, your hair, your life, whether you can go outside, whether you're ritually clean or not just your fucking diet. So get over yourself. And that doesn't make me fake. It just makes it real. So you go and read the Talmud, and then you come back. And it's not, people call pork the other white meat, but in Israel, they just simply call it white meat. And they eat it there too. Because, honey, the text is not being taken literally. And, it's like halal. And also for the record, you can eat something that's not kosher, but not cook it in your house. That's a choice I make. But if I want to have a fucking lobster, I really don't think lightning's going to hit me. But that's the way I live my life. And like I said, just like a lot of people who eat X, Y, and Z, technically, I think the Bible also says thou shalt not, do 10 certain things, like idol worship and all that stuff. And technically, according to the Bible and idol worship, the Jews consider idol worship, like the Catholics have all those really pretty statues and stuff like that. That's considered idol worship according to the Jewish faith. But we don't worship them, or we don't have them in like little we don't have them as religious statues. We don't have religious statues in synagogue. But we don't come down on others who do it, who follow the Bible. Because that is not a big deal, but it's a 10 commandment. So is it rules for me and not for thee, or rules for thee and not for me? You can interpret the Bible any way you want. But I don't like point fingers. You see? I studied humanities in university. I could argue with the best of them. But just that itsy bitsy one commandment. It could point the finger at several different faiths, but it makes Catholicism look bad. Hey, Rob, thanks for joining. I love you so much. I appreciate you. That's right. Freedom of religion is called freedom. And I was like, oh, Rochelle, are you like making your religion a big deal? Absolutely not. I'm here to like cry like anti-Semitism. No. Everyone is allowed to believe, worship, in complete freedom and solidarity. But before you go pointing any fingers at anyone else, be prepared before you just simply call me fake, calling me a fake Jew. Be prepared for a logical and intelligent response. I can't wait until Carrie checks her community tab. She's probably working or sleeping. Oh, she has her community tab open? Well, she's gonna love that shit, because I shut mine down because of fuck shit. But if hers is open, then you can put anything you want there. She's gonna love that shit. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate you. You are a goddess. You are the meme queen. You are a genius, and everyone should kowtow to you. I eat up every meme with relish. Onitekimasu. Thank you. Oh, you like the cheesecake video? Welcome to my life, Rob. I bought more than 3 pieces. Oh my God, I'm so good. You want to get used to my life. Onitakimasu. The Cheesecake Factory hasn't opened up their entree menu here, but they opened up their dessert menu, their smoothie menu, their protein shake menu. And when I saw those cheesecakes that we have been denied, they have it with a ghost kitchen right now. I bought every single dessert they had on the menu. Yeah. Everything except those stupid like vanilla bean bites. Fuck that noise. I bought every single cheesecake they had on the menu. Yeah. Yeah, they had this thing where you buy 4 cheesecakes and it's like $41.99, and I used that, 3 times. So, let's see, 4 times 3 is 12. I bought 12 pieces of cheesecake. Ta-da! And on each bag, they wrote, "Thank you!" Yeah, I bet they wrote, "Thank you." They're thinking, "What a greedy bitch." Um, I did I did contact them today after that video. I said, "Can I buy a whole, like, mango cheesecake?" They're like, "Yes!" I'm like, "How much is it?" They're like, $60. I'm like, "Oh, well, it's cheaper than what I bought those slices for, so I guess that's a deal." Yeah, Admon really likes that mango key lime cheesecake. Still his favorite, but his answer to every cheesecake was, yum, 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 good." Yeah, he likes them all. He is cheesecake is his shit. Cheesecake is like the fastest way to not be in, like, if you fuck up, you buy him cheesecake, he instantly forgives you. He's like a dog. Like, treat, yum, 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 yum. Wag the tail. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, he was happy. He ate 3 pieces of cheesecake. Woke up at 2, had another piece of cheesecake. I'm like, "Aren't you sick?" He's like, "No." I would be just from those tastes of cheesecake. I took, like, some medication because I cannot eat cheese. I felt like shit. They were delicious, and I don't regret it, but I would feel like shit for a piece of that mango cheesecake, but worth it, worth it. But he sucked all that back. Did he feel like shit? No. Scotto, gorgeous darling, how are you, darling? I love you so much. How are you, darling? Missed you. Yeah, my husband has a, what's a good word? He needs, help with his cheesecake problem, but I am an enabler. I am a cheesecake enabler. Hi, Kim, gorgeous, love you. Yeah. Oh my god, I am a cheesecake enabler. I enable his problem. But this bitch, he can eat like 80 pieces of cheesecake. Does he get fat? No. Panic. Why are you telling me about more dessert? Look, this is my problem. People tell me dessert, and then I go off and buy. Okay, okay, Rob. Okay, here we go. Panna cotta is my favorite dessert, or blueberry crumble with double cream. Oh no. You realize he reads my chats. Okay, I can make a crumble. I can cook that myself. What's panna cotta? Can someone tell me what panna cotta is? Because I don't know what it is. It sounds Italian. I remember when he got introduced to, oh, Jesus Christ, what are they called? Hi, Paula, love you more, darling. Can someone, oh God. He eats those, oh God, they have cream in the middle. What are they called? He buys them mass quantities of them. Brain fart. You know, it's best I don't remember because then I won't say it out loud, and then he won't hear it on my live, and then he won't remember it, and then he won't come home with them. Escato says, "I gain weight just sitting here in the same room as a dessert." Honey, I was watching him eat all those super rich desserts. I had 3 bites, felt like shit because I'm lactose intolerant. I took some medication before I ate them, and I was like cringing, thinking if I didn't take something, I would have been up all night wanting to. And he is sucking them back. When I turned that camera off, did he eat those? Fuck yeah. Did he have a 4th fucking piece of cookies and cream? I bought it. I'm an enabler. Twinkies. You're a Twinkie addict? How do you get them? Because I can't even find Twinkies here anymore since Canada said to America, we don't play with you anymore. You can take your tariffs and shove it where the sun don't shine. And I had to pay massive amounts for American chocolate bars that are already pre-wrapped and already have an arrangement with a specialty shop that I deal with. And the only reason is because it's a business. Twinkies. Do you have a Twinkie defense? Did you guys remember the Twinkie defense in the 80s where this guy had gay panic and shot a man who was the mayor in San Francisco? No. Go back to the 80s. The Twinkie defense. Just look up the Twinkie defense on the Google. Some fucked up shit. I mean, Canada knew it had chemicals. Chemicals. Canada is the only country that you will pick up something to eat. Like, I bought cup ramen from Japan. And they put like things, like they repack, like they have an arrangement with them to put these warnings on it. It has salt! It has trans fats! It has sugar. Shame on you. Panna cotta is like jelly, but it's white and tastes much better. I hate Twinkies, though. That's what your hubby... No, he don't like Twinkies. He thinks they're evil. Oh my God. It worked too. Yeah. Yeah, Dan White. Very good. That's it. Thank you, darling. Yeah, I'm here for the girls, gays, and days, the kings and queens, and everyone in between. But Mr. Dan White, you need... I don't even know if he's alive anymore. It's been 45 years. Like 40 years. And I think that bitch was like in their 30s. That he'd be old. He'd not only be dumb, he'd be old and dumb. Yeah, that's a guy who really secretly wants to go into the prison showers. We know why you did it, bitch. You just couldn't admit that panic. It was love. I don't know. Yes, Harvey Milk and married George Moscone. He's a bad man. But don't worry, there's a special place in hell for him, and he's going to have to stand by the ocean of tears until all those tears dry up. And people still cry. People still cry. And there was a movie recently made called Milk. So if you want to go find out what really happened, I think that's probably the most recent film that was made in the early 2000s. So if you want to go watch it, go check it out. It's a pretty good film. Yeah. May they rest in peace. Harvey Milk. George Moscone. He didn't need it. He didn't deserve it. And karma's a bitch. I used to love ho-hos as a kid. And they taste different now. Everything tastes different now. I mean, do you guys remember during the Puffy Fluffy, they were like limited, they had like a reduction in flour because everyone was like making shit at home. They're like, let me take a selfie, literally. And they're like, I baked this bread. And they pull it out of the oven and be like burnt and fucked up and look like a tumor. And you're like, Jesus Christ, you're going to eat that? They're like, I think I forgot to put in yeast. I'm like, yeah. And like baking powder. I'm like, yeah. And like flour. So I just use like talcum. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Because I can't find flour at the store. I'm like, yeah. Okay. So maybe next time I'll buy some flour. And I'm like watching this person online. I'm like, oh my God. This is why they have bread makers, right? Let me take a selfie with my bread. Don't I look pretty? Yeah, you look great. Get the fuck offline. You know? Yeah, I think Twinkies actually went out of business. And yeah, I was about to say that. Little Debbie purchased her. And they didn't want her to compete with their like little brownie cosmic cakes or something. So I think they changed the recipe so they would taste not as nice. Because you can't like compete with the flagship Little Debbie. There's one thing I've never tasted Little Debbie, but there is something by Little Debbie I've always wanted to try. It's those like oatmeal titty cookies with the cream inside. Those little titty cookies. They look like titties, and I want one. And they got cream inside. Those oatmeal cream cookie titty things. I want to try one. Aren't they called titty cookies? I don't, all right. I want to try them. I've always wanted to try those oatmeal cream titty cookies. I want one. I want it. Chocolate cream Twinkies now. That sounds ass. Because if I want something chocolate, but le hostess, I will have one of those chocolate like cupcake things with the wiggle on top. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And it's got like the nuclear white cream inside that glows in the dark. And it's not really cream, it's like icing. Yeah, those oatmeal cookies, those oatmeal titty cookies with the cream inside. I've always wanted to try them. They look really good if you had a cuppa, you know, for like tea. I've always wanted to try those oatmeal titty cookies. Mmm, sexual. Star Crunch cakes? What the heck? Americans have such man. Ugh. I remember going to this Florida grocery store. It was called the Extra Store, but they forgot to put in like the E, so it was just the X, like like the alphabet in French. W X Y A Z. Voilà, alphabet français. Okay. So it's just the extra store. It just had a big X and then tra. Tra la 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 la. Holy shit, was it big? It was like it made Walmart in America look itsy bitsy teeny weeny. Holy shit. And I go in with my Zadie. Like I was a teenager at the time. I was a kid. And the reason why it sits still with me, because I went in again as an adult, like in my 30s, and it still overwhelmed me. It's still over, and they still had that. I always thought this was funny. They had this. They had it when I was a teenager. I think I was like 14 at the time, and they still had it when I was 31. They had this scale you can weigh yourself on right at the front, whether you're coming in or going out. So you weigh yourself when you go in, and I noticed there are two types of people who weigh themselves. There's like young people. When I was a teenager, I weighed myself, and my grandmother said, "That's it. You're eating more." And I'm thinking, bitch, I was there because I got sick. I needed to be fattened up. So I was like, oh man. Because my grandfather on the way out, he's like, he's like Fagel. Could you weigh yourself? I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I was never one of these girls who were like uptight about that shit. My parents had a scale, but it was always like punishment to get on the scale to prove that you weren't eating enough and you were shaming them. And oi, Gewalt, how could you do this to your mother? Anyway, yeah, Jewish. Yeah. Anyway, so get on the scale. Zeta says, get on the scale. So so little girl gets on the scale. Little girl, get on the scale. Okay. And he just looks at me like, what have I done? And I went, Zadie. He's like, I'm gonna have to call your father. And I'm like, what? What did I do? He's like, do you see that? I'm like, see what? He's like, the number. I went, yeah. He goes, it's slow. I went, yeah, that's why I'm here. And my grandmother starts laughing, and he's trying to act all pissed off. And my brother's like, do you want me to weigh myself? He goes, you're over 6 feet tall and 11. I know you're fine. So I get the scale and I'm like, what? He's like, you're eating 2 sandwiches for lunch. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm going to throw up. And we're fighting about this on the way out, but I don't know if it's like a scale of shame or it's a scale, because I got shamed, bitch. Judaism. But March break trip, yay! But grandparents, right? I love my grandparents. They're funny. But when I walked into the store at 14, it was the same feeling of like walking in. Like, have you ever seen the Blues Brothers where they walk into that huge like like big room they had to fill because they were on a mission from God, right? I'm always on a mission from God. Just saying. Jesus and I have lunch every Wednesday, but because they're on a mission from God, right? To raise money for the Penguin, $5,000, so that the kids can keep their place. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I like some dry white toast, please, and 4 fried chickens and a Coke. Mm. Uh, I mean, it is dark outside. We're both wearing sunglasses. We got half a tank of gas. And, well, all right, I'll stop. I, this, is, I walked by and they just had chips and snacks at this store. I have never seen so much goodies in one aisle. I know, right, Carol? That is probably the best movie ever. It is my favorite movie. I watch it at least 5 or 6 times a year. I know every line. And the fact that they made Princess Leia and Mafia's like little girl and she had to destroy them because he left her at the altar is classic. Chef's kiss. Because I need you. I need you. I need you. I need you. Okay, I'll be fine. So, and the aisle was so long. It was like the entire, like down the entire vertical length of this gigantic. It it was like Costco size. It was just before there was a Costco. Like it's like watching Tron from the 80s. Like, okay, open up, level, you know, and it was all shit to eat. And I just looked at this and I'm like, oh. And one side of this to the right, was all chips, all American brands of chips I'd never seen before. Like one had an owl on it. That was the first one I saw, like Owl brand or something. And I'm like, I don't know you. I've never met you. I don't know her. And it was in a bag that was the size of a sleeping bag. It was so big. Now you got to remember at this time, we didn't even have the cans that were like the larger cans. We were still drinking pop out of cans that were like 222 milliliters. And Americans were drinking like bigger cans. So like we would just see the cans of pop you were drinking out of and we were like, holy shit, I can't drink all that. That's incredible. So this bag of chips was bigger than a family size. Wise, that's it. Wise, thank you. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was huge. It was the size, it was bigger than my arm. No, it was not a bag. It wasn't a family size bag. Even now, it's bigger than a family size bag. They called it a fun bag. It was like the dirty pillows of Carrie. Cover your dirty pillow. Yeah, you know what? It was the size of a pillow. Wow, it's amazing where your mind goes when you're having fun. It was the size of a pillow. Like one of those, when you order pillows, they say, do you want a queen size pillow? Do you want a king size pillow? Or do you just want a regular size standard pillow? It was the size of a standard pillow for chips. I'd never seen that. Wise chips, thank you. It had a cute little owl on it. And then next to it was a queen size pillow of fucking chips. And this is when food was dirt fucking cheap. And when I went back at 30 for work in Florida, right there, right at the front, I guess they pay for a station in these like grocery stores because I was in a different. Hold on. Get a can of seltzer. Hold that thought. Oh, I need bubbly fizzy water. Bubbly fizzy water. Sorry, don't panic, I'm sorry, don't panic, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am nothing. I'm opening the Buble mango flavor. It is not alcoholic. It is just fuzzy water. All right. Now, here we go. Okay, so I want a sip of this shit. I've never bought this brand. Mango's yummy. I recommend. So, okay. Like, one side was chips, and the other side, in Canada, what they usually do is they mix up the chips and the sweets and the gummies on one side, and the other side is just pop. Like pop and mixers and like bottled water. Like we combine all of the shit together. So like on one side you have everything, every beverage you can think of, everything from energy drinks, iced tea, everything, like every beverage you can think of. And then on the other side is chips and just shit in general. Sometimes the shit, now they separate like the chocolate with like the licorice and stuff. So that now has its separate place. And now there's so many brands of chips. We have drastically smaller aisles. So they mix like all the pop and everything, energy drinks on one side, and then they have chips and popcorn and stuff, and pretzels or whatever. You can mix it all together. But this store just had chips. And you had to go into a different aisle for just like crunchy things. And then they had a whole gigantic aisle of just shit. 2 aisles in a grocery store that was long as hell. You could like Mario Kart yourself down it, you know? I just, wow. Never, ever, ever, ever. And then they had like 2 aisles of just alcohol. And the funny part about it was, I remember being like 14, looking at the sign at the cash. It says, "You must be 35 years of age and provide a driver's license information to be able to purchase alcohol at this store." Being almost 31, I actually could not purchase alcohol at a grocery store in Florida. Still, it said you had to be 35. I'm like, wow, they're serious. But I could purchase alcohol at the nearest gas station. It was in some drive-throughs. They had drive-through liquor stores when I was there as a teenager for the drunk driver on the go. And I'm thinking, this is why you have like, they had people buying like wine and stuff, but they were like seniors, you know. But the real serious drinker, the real drunk driver on the go, the one who didn't even have time to like change into clothes. They could go in their boxers and no shirt, no shoes. They gave them service because it was a drunk fucking drive-through on the go. Hey, Lady Shire, how you doing, gorgeous? Welcome. And their liquor stores had the selection, but I have to admit, I mean, the LCBO is, there are two types of LCBO. There's like the one for everybody where there's lots of beer. They've combined it with a beer and a liquor store. Or you have the bougie bitch, like la da 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 da, and they like have an area where they display like their Cristal and their Dom Perignon. And hi, I am in charge of ordering wine by the case. Would you like to look through our catalog? And they offer wine tasting twice a week for the, special, intriguing, conversational wine taster for the best of us, where we can discuss the ambiance, the oakiness, and the chocolate flavor with a hint of je ne sais quoi. So, the drive-through liquor store is called the brew-through, and it's accurate. They might as well call it the oopsie doopsie. I ran into the guy at the wall. They don't care. They all have like, I've just noticed the questionable drive-throughs always have like nicks in the wall, like pieces of brick are missing. Whew. I guess there's a lot of honking in that drive-through over the weekend. Impatient honeys. Ooh, you impatient honey. Boy, your turn. It's not that bad, babe. Yeah. So I just think like, and the way that the Vips family, shall I say, are self-inserting themselves right now into our community is just some, short dick man energy. Honey, go back to Munchkinland and follow that yellow brick road where you came from, because it's always the short ones who want the most attention, the kind that make their hair taller, so when they get their driver's license, they get that extra inch that counts so much. I bet, sure. Because I'll tell you something. These posturing, yelling, foul-mouthed fuckery people. I mean, people might dial it back to AC, but no. Because he's one of these guys who talk about in different communities that are oopsie doopsie messy. He talks about messy individuals. And he's frankly been welcomed here. And, well, he's been nothing but polite to me, so I don't have a problem. Just saying. It's fine. I don't have a problem with him. But, and I think Jamie's funny. I like his black bunny mask. It's very pretty. But, and they do call out people who are messy. I don't watch him all the time. I watch him sporadically. But I see when he comes into people's chats and he's not coming in and just derailing people. He'll listen for a while. And if he's interested, he'll comment. And if he's not, he'll just say, thanks for, see you later. Which is what everybody does. People do that. It's allowed. Oh, look, the squirrel is back. I love you more, squirrely. Try not to lose your squirrels, because it don't mean that much. It doesn't mean much. It doesn't mean anything at all. It really doesn't. Not really. Behave yourself. I hope you be a good squirrely whirly. Hmm. But I guess we can thank Jen for that, of her inserting herself in their universe and how they get clicks and views for breakups. How sad. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Yeah, whatever. Eat shit and die. That's how I feel. But it was obviously orchestrated for clicks and views. And now they've kissed and made up, and the boys are back. Isn't that nice? I love it. We can all be friends. Mwah. Dumbasses. And that's what's really caused most of the posturing, because they all kind of have the same, rank flavor about them. That flavor of smooth brain and sadness. And they come over here and claim we're triggered. The reason I mention it is because it's just sort of like you're going after people who don't. I know, right? They go after people who, like, why? Why? It seems so bloody pointless. And then I realized, ugh, stupid me. It's a case of Reddit, relevancy. It's a case of I need to be relevant, because if I'm not relevant somewhere, then people won't come over to my channel and be triggered and be, reactive and come over and tell me I'm a piece of shit. Because frankly, my song and dance over there, not mine, but theirs, is to attract people who don't like you. So my chat, who is vindictive and venomous, it starts with V, right? Can be snarly and tell them to go fuck themselves. Because damn, they attract a very toxic and hateful and brain dead community. That's their shit. And they use profanity and terminology and allegory that is simple and foul and stupid. And just, they remind me of just the fact that he is honestly really just so sad. Our little man. The truth of the matter is he is taking out all his bitterness, that the only place he can have fun is in Munchkinland, because he is honestly just too short to ride the roller coaster. I know. It doesn't matter if mommy and daddy are with you, darling. The truth is you are too short to ride all the rides. And it still hurts him. He still has hurt Fifi's because his shortness is real. And when you're too short to ride all the big kid rides, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. Oh, shit. Don't worry, honey. Because someone over here, I guarantee you, in the women's community will definitely drop a house on your bestie. And while you watch his toes curl and go under the house, I'm sure someone will have a bucket of water to make you melt. Too bad we can't roast any marshmallows by that fucking fire. Oh, wait. Wait, honey. Hold on to your dirty pillows, Jojo. We are laughing at you. Oh. Maybe if you buy some, like, I don't recommend you buy some man heels, the man heels that have the lifts on them, the one that Phil Spector liked to put on. Because if you wear those lifts, honey, at the amusement park at Six Flags or Five Flags or Go Get Fucked Flags, you won't be able to be safe when they pull that bar down. You'll just slip slide all the way and fall out. But don't worry, baby. No one will miss you. So take your clean paperwork and shove it where the sun don't shine. Or, hey, it is Hanukkah. I'll hand you a dreidel and you can sit and spin. Because we all know there's no segregation in YouTube because no one's going to protect you, honey. Because everyone wants to watch you crash and burn, honey. Because when you go into people's chats and you bring a wingman, because the bravest, the firmest, the strongest bitches always bring a wingman. Me, myself, I never do. Yeah, Prince wore shoeless, but the difference between Prince and him, honey, Prince was strong. He didn't need a wingman. He's hot as fuck. And we all loved him. But you, bitch, no one loves you. So bring your wingman. Fly, 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 fly into one of our fucking places. Because you ain't blocked here. You ain't blocked anywhere. We want you to come try and trigger us. Because you come on in, you spout your shit. We listen for a while. Because we all pat the heads of children that need encouragement. We encourage you, honey. We know what a temper tantrum's like. And just like every good woman, we give you some tissues. We give you a glass of water to stop you from crying. We pat you on the head. And like every good mommy, we time you out. We put you on the naughty step. And we give you time to think about it, sweetheart. It's okay, honey. Mommy will be back. And when you're done feeling rough, we'll talk about it. Because having feelings is important. And we'll discuss it. Yeah, slurs. Because every time you say a slur and end with a hard R and disrespect women and think that essay is just modification for behavior. Modify this. Listen tight. Really, just listen tight, Jojo, honey. I always admire a man who loves to be called Jojo. Shows real adult accomplishment. Do you go by Mr. Jojo? Or I'm a big stupid motherfucking stupid biatch, Jojo? I don't know. I mean, do you want informal? Like, I'll just call you bitch. Because I think that name suits you best. So whose bitch were you in jail? Just asking for a friend. Yeah. Because you've been there a lot. It's been a while, but you keep going back there. But if you've been a confidential informant, doesn't that mean you squealed on someone else? Doesn't that mean that you spilled all the tea? Well, Daddy, I don't want to go back to jail. I can't handle it. Don't lock me up. I'll tell everything you want to know. Give me some tissues, a bottle of water, and something sweet because we all know how much jailbirds love something sweet. I bet you really love those honey buns, right? Mmm, yummy. I bet you also arranged for some commissary too, because we all know having commissary is important. I bet you made sure they gave you commissary every day because I don't know anyone who would like you that much. Because I guarantee you, all that arrangement, that modification of your woman, I doubt she missed you. Because I don't know anyone who needs modification except you. I'm not saying we'd put your hands, we'd, slap the taste out of your mouth, but god damn it, Please brush first, because I don't want to smell that taste. Because, honey, you don't have any taste. The only taste you have is being belligerent, stupid, and your words really do express the intelligence you have. Just saying. So, also, I just want to remind you that when 111's parents see the fuck shit that poor young man sent in to you, they're going to reverse those charges. So when you do lose the money you've been bragging about, because I guarantee you, they're going to watch it. You go down your long, dark, gray corridor of bragging and obnoxious, stupid, brain dead posturing with your little friend. And yeah, so you think you're triggering us with your wingman, or even without a wingman. And then you go and brag on another person, your buddy's stream. Okay, buddy. About how you did all sorts of bullshit, because you did no shit. You said no shit. We just sort of let you dig yourself a hole. Because you sounded so, oh, look at all the shit I did. You're so cool, dude. Yeah, okay. You didn't do what you said you did. We were like apathetic and what the fuck. We were having fun making a bidding war of how to get you the fuck down. Round and round it goes. Where the dumb bitch goes, no one knows, but we don't care. So, stuff your shorts with a sock, because short dick energy, short dick man, go back to Munchkin Land where you belong. And that's all I have to say about that. And that's my opinion. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Nobody cares. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me think. Oh, yeah. Oh, the vampire has something to say about Deadly. I was asked by Sir Deadly, by the trash panda. He's like, Rochelle, you come here and you better tell me, whose side are you on? My side. So I got blocked. Are you serious? You think I know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. The second I just go see, I saw Kara. I'm like, hi, Kara. How you doing? Love you so much. And because I did not bow to the Deadly like Kyra does, she stands by her man. That's right. Okay. But you just, and William hates me. Okay, William, you go right ahead. Hate me all you want. You're entitled to your feelings. That's fine. You're mad at me because are you mad at me because I'm friends with Carrie? Are you mad at me because she don't like you? Are you mad at me because you've been blocked over and over and over here? Because you come in and you declare that I'm rude and you declare that I'm nasty and you get blocked for that. And you're like, Rochelle, unblock me. But every time you come in here, you declare that I'm disgusting. I'm just simply done timing you out. Right, Roger Rabbit? Please don't time me out. Okay. But please modify your behavior. because no one likes you to come in here and just like, you can't just come in here and be nasty to a subscriber, be nasty to a moderator, be nasty to me, be nasty in general, and expect to be welcome. And I have timed you out over and 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 over, and you've earned the prize of shut the fuck up ice cream and get the fuck out of here for like, bye. And I'm sorry you can't make sock accounts fast enough to come in right after it with a new one. Like, I'm so sorry you've lost all 50 of your socks and you can only make a couple a day. Like, I'm sorry you only have a handful now. And you're guarding them because you want to maintain your wrench in certain people's chests. That's fair enough. But, you just keep making residual socks to come here and be rude to me. And you're mad because I didn't sub up to you? Can you blame me? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to subscribe to someone who is nasty to me, who declares they hate me in chats and says like fucked up shit and says they're sorry and then goes off again and says derogatory statements and just words that are like racist, such as the K word, and then tells me to shove like things up my butt and then repeatedly calls me a vampire. I'm not butthurt, but your behavior reflects that you don't mean it. And you're mad at me for like busting you for being a dick to Carrie. You think I'm gonna let you even if she wasn't my bestie, you can't come here and disrespect my moderators. I'm not blind. You think I'd allow you to disrespect anyone in my panel, anyone who's chatting, anyone who mods for me? Everyone is equal in my eyes, and everyone deserves respect, and everyone should feel safe here. And besides, my chat may not be bumping, but people listen because they want to hear what I have to say. They may not agree with me, may not like me. That is they're entitled. They're entitled to their opinion, they're entitled to their feelings, they're entitled to how they feel about what I'm saying. But it's my opinion at the time. It's my opinion, it might stay. And it's my commentary of what I feel and what I see and my opinion of what's going on at the time. That's all. You can't be mad about it because what I'm saying is obvious. You're like, I hate Rochelle. Okay, Mazel tov. Mazel tov and simon tov to you, gorgeous. You want to be a dick? You go right the fuck ahead. Because I'll tell you something. Hate ain't sexy. Like, you want to know how I feel about you? It's fine. I'm not sitting up at night cruising Reddit looking for fuck shit about me. Or you. Or anyone else. I mean, you just want to be relevant and you want to make sure people are talking about you. I can't relate to that feeling. I really can't. You want to be nasty? Go right ahead. You want to be a dick about it? You go right ahead. You want to make sure people are still thinking, talking, writing about you? You go right ahead. Thank you, gorgeous. I appreciate that. But I'm not going to write any fuck shit about anybody because, frankly, I don't feel that strongly about anyone. And it's not worth it. It's just fucking YouTube. Do I hate anyone? No. There are some people that I honestly feel pity for. There are some people that I'm like, honey, that's not necessary. Because hate takes an energy out of your time, your soul. It eats you from the inside out. And life is really short. things have happened in my life that just, one day people are here and next day just they're not. And you walk around feeling like there are 5 stages of mourning, and they're they come in, they don't they definitely do not happen in order, and you can just back up a step and go back to feeling anger or reasoning or guilt, or even have like survivor's guilt, and you weren't even there. And you could honestly feel like I'm over this, but then something happens and you're right back there, and it's just like, fuck. It might last an hour, it might last a day, it might last a week, or it's the anniversary of someone passing away, and you are just right back there. People do it to themselves sometimes. It can happen unintentionally. It could happen because the people around you are still mourning. It's weird. But hate is like that. Hate is like that because I feel like unnecessary hate is like mourning your own ability to move on. Because as long as you're walking around with hate, when you could just, you don't have to forgive the person. Even if your reason for hating someone isn't even logical, you need to ask yourself something. Do I really, thank you, Char. Do you really need to sit here and work yourself up to the point where your blood pressure's high, you go on your live, you just go and talk to a friend, and every time you talk to this real life friend, all they're hearing is you complaining about these individuals on YouTube that you have not met, will never meet, live thousands of kilometers away from you, sometimes in different bloody countries, across an ocean, across a region, several states away, several kilometers, miles, whatever, fathoms, who the fuck knows? Their voices on a screen, their faces in little circles, who threaten you and give you shit and talk shit about you. All right? Who the fuck cares? Let them, like, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Sincerely. What, you think I'm fat? Fine. You think I'm old? Cool. You think I'm stupid? Great. You think, you know, I have a raptor dinosaur in my closet? Fantastic. You think my hair be ugly? Great. You don't like what I'm wearing? Fantastic. Thanks for sharing. Health, 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 darling. You don't like what I'm eating? Thanks for sharing. You don't like the way I fold, I don't know, an area, like a fucking blankie I have on my couch that I hide under while I watch TV? Who gives a flying fuck? You don't like the candles I bought at the store? You don't like the toque I'm wearing on my head when I go outside? You don't like the way I clean the snow off my car? You don't like the way I put on my fucking Crocs? You don't like the way I kick the snow off my feet before I get into my car? You don't like the way I serve my kids their dinner? You don't like my fucking laptop? You don't like the way I edit my videos? You don't like the way I tuck in my shirt? God damn, honey. Because you know what? Those problems are not my problem. They're a you problem. They only become my problem if I let it become my problem. And that goes for every single creator out there. Not everyone is going to like the way you look, your clothes, your boots, your car, your farm, your Pidgey, your anything. Because everyone is going to not like it. Everyone has their opinion. People create conflict where it doesn't exist. People want to get to you. And keyboard warriorship, I mean, hell, they're always calling in the troops. Was that? Very little. So, they're always going to criticize you. They're all going to laugh at you. Okay, laugh it up. Yuck it up, baby. Love that for you. That's much ado about nothing. Absolutely nothing. However, the only thing that, in my opinion, is completely off limits is you don't come for their families, you don't come for their kids, you don't come for their extended families, you don't come for the dead, you don't come for things that are real life. You don't dox people. Thank you. I know I'm your favorite. How you doing, William? If any of my moderators are here, can you time this person up for 86,000 seconds? William, I love your new sock account. It's beautiful. Anyway, yeah. It's important to be someone's favorite vampire. I mean, there's so many vampires, so little time, you know? So little time. Anyway, I just want to let you know that I only eat the evil, but I don't eat the stupid because it's bad for my cholesterol. Health, darling. Yeah. So, as I was saying, people will come for you. People will say things that are stupid. But when people start doxing people, it's not okay. It's not okay. So, people who do that, I mean, people don't just dox creators, they dox subscribers. They're just subscribers. They are what make people's channels. Without them, we couldn't go live. We couldn't be monetized. We couldn't get AdSense. We wouldn't be watched. And people forget that. People are like, oh, you're not part of this community. Go away. I'm sorry, baby, but I'm going to stick around. I'm going to stick around because I enjoy this and I do it for funsies. And sometimes I think giving my opinion is my right, just like it is to everyone else. We're all entitled to it. And it's fair use, fair use. But I don't play other people's live streams. I don't play other people's videos. But my memory is fairly good. And like I said, if I make a mistake, I will admit it. I'm not going to sit on my laurels and die on that hill and be an arrogant motherfucker because there's no point. There's no point. I'm not going to get anywhere with that. It's not going to do anything except make me look stupid. Because if you don't admit when you're wrong, it's not going to get anyone anywhere. Least of all me, especially if I'm the one who fucks up. Right? Right. Anywho. Yeah. And like I said before, most people just come and listen because that's the kind of channel I have. Sometimes my chat is busy, but I'll never have to put her on slow mode because it is just 1:15 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. And, I'm not blow out your ear pods and your earphones kind of person. I don't do that. I'm quiet. And that's just the gig. that's just the thing. That's what I do. But I think people have just lost track of where the actual beginning of what's going down with the women's community right now. And when you insert yourself, um, Vips and VV, I don't know, motherfucker, whatever your name is, you just look stupid. You really do. Especially when you come for individual creators. It's weird. I'm not saying you're not welcome in people's chats. You do need to behave yourself. But like sneaking off and like saying, "Oh, I did something," it does remind me of Bambi, where she was like, "I'm going over to Pizza's chat and I'm gonna get myself put in pizza jail." It's childish, boring. Yeah. So drink up and enjoy your posturing, and that's all. Yeah, it's true. I just like to go into people's chats. I like to see what they're talking about, and I try to be respectful. Yeah, same could be said for others. That's true. But at least I admit I like to watch other people's channels, and there are other channels I do not go into, and I don't like to hide in the bushes. And even if I'm not welcome there, I don't go because I just don't fucking feel like it. But if I want to watch, I will. But if I'm allowed to chat, I will. And if I am able to chat, I'm not going to be rude to anybody, not to the creator, not to the people there. And I'm not doing it to be, I'm not fake. It's because I I enjoy the creator and I like the community. I'm not going to go somewhere I don't like. Well, thank you for peeing in the bushes. No, you never hide. You are not a hider. You're like, smack someone up the side of the head, get over yourself, and thank you for pissing in the bushes. And to remind everyone, don't pee in the electric fence, or you'll get a shock you'll never forget. But I'll just sit there with my popcorn and watch you twitch. Yeah. Thank you so much for the show. Just twitch for us, baby. Yeah. Love that. But yeah. So this is my impromptu surprise live. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Um, I mean, if Deadly wants to block me, I'm not gonna cry about it. It's fine with me. I mean, if you want to go live for 10 hours at a time, my voice would be toast. Toast. Absolute toast. I could not do that. Nor would I want to. It's too long for me. It's too long for me. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. And I'll see you later. And remember, I love you so much. So please treat others the way you want to be treated. Take care of yourself and each other. And yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side, like always. And never on Reddit, because that's where hate goes to die. It really is. And I do love you so much. So take care, and I'll see you later. Later, Shark. Bye, Petty. Take care, and good night.